Hey there, guys. Well, I sure hope you like pitching and strikeouts. Juan Marichal here for the Giants will pitch, and he's going to face off against Gooden. And we'll look at the standings really quick, but just in the National League, the Mets now 6.5 games back, of course, after losing both to the Dodgers and then to the Giants. The American League we won't look at because Minnesota's 10 games up, and we'll let you know when it gets a little bit more competitive, if it gets more competitive. And here we go with Lenny Dykstra. So here we go once again around Candlestick Park. And I just realized I don't have the audio from the game on. There's a ball low to Dykstra, and let's see if we can fix this here on the fly. So one moment. And that got it back. There we go. I'm not quite sure what's happened here. It's not a problem with the game. It's a problem with OBS. There's a ball low, of course, to Dykstra, 1-0. And there's a ball high, 2-0. That's a ball high, changeup, 3-0 the count. And that's low. So here I go, talking about how we're going to have all of this pitching, and it's going to be so exciting and, very low scoring. And what do? They walk Lenny Dykstra. So that brings up Wally Backman. Backman hitting second because Mookie Wilson is out. And we got a kind of a strange lineup, and there goes Lenny. And he's got it stolen. There's not even an attempt to throw. 59 steals now for Dykstra. Can you believe it? We're not even to the All-Star game yet. Next pitch, and it's a pickoff play at second, but Dykstra is not going anywhere. Ball low, 2-0. And that's outside, 3-0. Don't you like it better without the play-by-play spoiling everything? 3-0 now the count, and Marichal has not thrown a single strike. And that's a strike, 3-1. That was right down the heart of the plate. And that's low. So the stolen base ends up meaning practically nothing, and here comes Keith Hernandez with runners on at first and second. Hernandez fouls that off, takes the ball high, and that's a little pop-up, and Dykstra, Dykstra is tagged, caught off of second base, so we didn't have him going either. That was a pretty poor play there. That was a line drive hit by Hernandez, and Lenny couldn't get back. And so 2 away, and here comes Darryl Strawberry. Yeah, that's a ball low. That's bad luck there for Keith. There's a curve outside, 2-0. Go to first, but we're not going to seal with Backman here. And that's a poor swing there by Strawberry. Ground ball over to the shortstop, and it is... Pagan. It is Pagan there who has gotten all 3 outs basically by himself. And we go now to the bottom of the first inning. It's a scoreless ball game, and kind of a shame that it is because I thought the Mets had something going on there. Here comes Dr. K. There's a strike 0-1. And another strike 0-2. A little bit of gray hair there. That's not right for Dr. K in 86. 1-2 the count. Pop up, and that's going to... be caught by Lenny in center, 1 away. Jim Davenport now hits this over to right, and Strawberry can't get there in time. That's a base hit. So runner on at first base now. Here comes Willie Mays. We've been pitching well against Mays, but I might be speaking too soon. Willie's hitting .295 with 25 home runs. And this is launched deep with authority to left. And there's no question about that one. So the Giants, who have been struggling here in the pennant race, have really taken us to town. 2-0 now the score. Here comes McCovey. And that's a ball low, 1-0. Gooden, we'll see if he's rattled. There's a strike, 1-1. And there's a ball just outside, 2-1 the count. Ground ball over to short, and Mitchell knocks it down but has no play. And so that puts a runner on at first base now with only 1 out in the bottom of the first. We go to double play depth against Orlando Cepeda, and there's a strike, fastball. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. That's high, 1-2 the count. Grounded foul. Popped up, and who wants it? I think it's going to be Hernandez making the catch, 2 away. That's another animation you need to change, by the way. You shouldn't have both of those guys standing at the same place at once. There's the ball low to Tom Haller, the catcher. And then 1 way inside. He's hitting well against us, hitting 188, but he's not hitting that against the Mets. 3-1 pitch is in there for a strike. And that's foul to the right side. Full count. Tell me that's a foul ball. Hello? Okay, so why did that take so long? Blasted. Forget about it. Tom Haller with a 2-run bomb off of Dwight Gooden. We got to look this one up. Haller in real life stats in 1962 had 18 home runs. How about that? So far here in the replay, he has had 9. So we're about where we need to be. But yeah, it gets a home run off of Dwight Gooden of all things, and there's a strike, I'm sorry, to Pagan. I guess the strange thing is that he's hitting under 200, Haller that is. There's a pop-up, and it'll be caught by Backman for the out, and that mercifully ends the inning. We go to the top of the second inning. It's a 4-0 lead for the Giants. Here comes Danny Heap. I don't know, maybe the wind is blowing out, huh? There's a ball high. Yeah, it's going out to left, so maybe we can get a couple into that wind too. There's a slider away, 2-0. That's low, 3-0 the count. So it was Mays and then Hiller, I'm sorry. You expect Mays. Hiller, Haller, one of the two. And there's a strike, 3-1 the count. Strike 2 looked a little bit high. Full count. Strike 3. Danny, you got to swing the bat. One away. Here comes Howard Johnson playing a third because Knight is tired. There's a ball inside. It's lifted over to left, out of play. 1-1. Just low. Oh, that's a strike. I'm sorry. 1-2. Thought that was just low. No, it was in the zone. Just fouled away again. So Johnson trying to be a hitter up there. Takes the ball high. 2-2. Remember, 86 is kind of before Hojo became Hojo. It's a fly ball over the center. Mays has that 2 away. Here is Kevin Mitchell. That's fouled away 0-1. And as you know, the Mets did real dirty on Ray Knight after the series, swing and a miss at 0-2. Didn't renew his contract at all, and that's when Hojo had to become Hojo at third base. It's a ground ball over to second. And Cepeda throws over to first base for the out. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still a 4-0 lead. It'll be Chuck Hiller coming up. So I'm sorry, no, it was Haller hitting it. Haller, it's going to get me confused. And there was a foul ball off to the side. Hiller's hitting 330. The second baseman who's hitting 8th. The catcher, Haller, hitting 6th, is hitting 188. It's 1-2 now in Hiller. Hiller and Haller, it's like Los Angeles with Davis and Davis. Ground ball to Johnson, who throws to first, 1 away. Here's Juan Marichal. And he hits a ground ball to Hojo, who throws to first. 2 gone, and here comes Alou. That's the ball low. And that's grounded foul. 1-1. Ground ball this time to second, and is Backman making that play for the out, throwing to first. We go to the top of the third inning. It's a 4-0 lead for the Giants. Mets don't have a hit. Ball inside. And that's high now on Ed Hearn. 2-0 is the count on him. He's hitting 194. The Mets that are out there don't have much by the way of base hits. 2-1 now the count. And that's ball 3 high. 3-1. And that's been the problem that the Mets have had. This is fouled away. It's a full count. The problem has been a lack of production from this bench, which is the opposite of what we had in real life. It's the ground fly ball, over to the left. McCovey has that 1 away. And here comes Gooden. That's a strike. It looked a little high, but he's a tall guy. Screwball in there, 0-2. And how did that miss? I'd say that's away, 1-2, just barely off the plate. Fouled away, 1-2. Change-up taken for ball 2. Tough pitch to take, 2-2. Just barely fouls that one away. Ball 3, and that one was in the zone, I swear it. Full count. And there's a swing and a miss, and down he goes. 2 away, and here comes Dykstra again. He walked and stole second. And he takes the slider for a strike. He hasn't swung yet today. It's a ball high, 1-1. Grounded foul, 1-2 on Lenny. And that's in the dirt, screwball, 2-2 the count. Low, full count now on Dykstra. And that's ball 4. And I'm surprised that that one missed, but another thing that was low and in, it looked a little bit different there on the animation. So here comes Backman. And he'll take a strike, 0-1. There's a ball inside, and there goes Dykstra, and he's got it stolen. The throw is not even close. 60 steals now for Dykstra, and so there is a runner in scoring position. That's a strike, 1-2. It looked a little low to me. Fouled out of play. So the one thing I'll say is that instant play-by-play means that you don't have to wait for the thing to freeze. 2-2 the count now on Wally. Head over to left, and that is to the wall. Didn't look like he got that much of it. That got the wind under it. That's a double for Backman, and that will score Dykstra, of course, and it's a 4-1 lead. So we'll take a little look at that one again. That looked a little bit strange from that angle. This one hit on that line, and there was really nothing that McCovey could do about it. And that's your double for Wally. Here comes Keith Hernandez. And he fouls one away to the right, 0-1. Hernandez lined that double play last time. And it's a ground ball again to the shortstop. Pagan throws to first, but it's a bad throw, and Hernandez is in there on the air, and that'll bring up Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry 0-1 today. He has struck out 104 times. And so he's got Ruthian levels of strikeouts. I don't know about the power. 0-1. 0-2. And that just misses. 1-2. Inside, and that one just missed. 2-2 now the count. Fouled away. Strawberry, of course, very tall with that big strike zone. Fouled away. Was he like 6'9", 6'10", something like that? I might be exaggerating. It's a full count now on Darryl. And that's a ground ball over to second. That's going to be a real easy play there for Hiller, who throws to first for the out. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 4-1 lead now for the Giants, and the Mets finally have a hit. Here comes Jim Davenport, and he hits one over to left center field into the gap for a double. And you can see the wind getting under that one as well, and he's going all the way over to third, and he's got it. That one looked like it was potentially going to be sort of a shallow fly ball, and it turned into something that almost was out of here. Davenport with the triple, and here comes Mays. And we'll just pitch to Willie. There's a strike, I beg your pardon, and a ball, 1-1. The strike was really low, and that's a ball outside, 2-1. Hit foul to right field, 2-2 the count. And that's hit up the middle for a base hit, so Mays gets his third RBI of the day. It's a 5-1 lead for the Giants, and here comes McCovey. We'll go to double play depth. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think that Gooden will be with us much longer. There's a ball low to McCovey, and a swing and a miss, 1-1. Has popped up over to right. Strawberry coming in on that one, and he's got it for the out. One away. Here comes Cepeda. Cepeda today, 0-1, hitting 262 this season. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Foul to the left side. It's 0-2. That's low, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So that's 2 away, and here comes Tom Haller. Haller takes the strike, and then golfs this one over to right, but just foul. I think, yes, it's foul. Called foul. Haller, of course, with that big home run. This is hit over to left, just foul. 0-2 still. That's low for a ball. Little ground ball over to short. Mitchell on to first for the out. And that'll take us now to the top of the fourth inning. It's a 5-1 lead now for the Giants. Here comes Danny Heap. So Gooden got out of that jam. There's a low strike called to Heap. This is hit over to left, and that's going to be easy for McCovey. One away. Howard Johnson comes up next and takes the ball low. Johnson's 0-1, hitting 174. Hits this over to left, and that's in there for a base hit. And just a sec. All right, here we go, right back at you. Didn't miss any action. So Johnson gets the base hit, and that'll bring up Kevin Mitchell. Runner on at first base is Howard Johnson, and there's a ground ball foul. 0-1 the count. Mitchell today, 0-1, hitting 197. And has grounded foul 0-2. I should be rotating these guys in and out. And there's a strikeout called, strike 3 on Mitchell. In fact, There's 2 away. That's what the computer keeps trying to get me to do. But I'm pretty stubborn. At least when we're playing the Giants and the Dodgers, I want to have the better players in. There's a strike. You know, the problem is that we accidentally have done the as-played schedule instead of the as-scheduled schedule, and those Mets in 62 had a lot of double headers. 0-2 on Ed. And this is hit over to center. That's going to fall, but Mays is there to catch it before it does hit the ground. And so we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Giants, and this may be a long day. Here comes Pagan, and Gooden throws him a ball 1-0. Hit over to right, just foul, 1-1. Fastball's just outside, 2-1. That was a hanger hit over to left, and that's in there for a base hit at least, maybe 2. Fielded there by Heap, and he throws into second, but it's not in time. Double for Pagan. And yeah, I don't think that we're going to have much more of Gooden. We'll try to get him out of the 4th. There's a curve that misses to Hiller. And a little ground ball over to Mitchell, who throws to first, but it's a bad throw. And Hernandez not able to catch that one and stay on the bag, and so it's a base hit for Hiller. Yeah, I think... No, they're going to call that an error, so it is an error. We're going to double play depth now. Actually, we'll do a double play instead of having the infield in. And Juan fouls that away, and he does bunt. Just to sacrifice sending the runner to second, and Hearn makes the throw to first base. So 1 away, here comes Felipe Alou again. And that's a changeup inside, 1-0 the count. He's 0 for 2. There's a ball that misses, 2-0. Inside, 3-0. There's the fastball for a strike. Hit over to left and foul. Full count. Swing and a miss. Man, look at that curveball. So Gooden had a good curve that time. 2 away, and here comes Davenport. And there's a ball low. Gooden, 64 pitches. Hit over to right. Darrell does have it for the out. And that'll do that. We go now to the top of the 5th inning. It's a 5-1 lead for the Giants. And I hate to say this, Dwight, but you got to come out of this game. George Foster will go in. Gooden throws 4 complete innings, and that's about it. Foster comes in. Let's see if George can get a hold of one. If you haven't been watching this before, Foster hasn't been hitting at all. That's why I haven't been starting him. He's hitting 156. And he hits this over to short, and that is fielded easily by Pagan, who throws to first, 1 away. Foster has had a single home run. That's the one bright spot. There's a ball high to Lenny. 4 runs, we can make that up. There's a strike, 1-1, especially with the wind blowing out. Hit foul to the left side. It's 1-2. That's low, 2-2. That was a little bit low. Dykstra could have taken that one. Instead, he fouls it off to the left side. Fouled away again. So Lenny really fighting. And that's up the middle, but it's a good play by Pagan throwing to first. 2 away. That'll bring up Wally Backman. 265 is what he's hitting. And there's a strike to him. For all the talk I hear from the replay guys about OOTP being inaccurate, it actually feels pretty good. There's a pop-up over to center, and that'll be caught by Mays for the out, and we will put in Rick Aguilera. That was the plan all along. So this time around, we don't get a complete game. It's okay. We should use the bullpen every now and then, I figure. We go now to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's a 5-1 lead for San Francisco. And here comes Rick. Hit over to right, and that's a sliding catch by Strawberry. How do you like that angle? 1 away. Willie McCovey up there now. He'll take a ball inside. Hit over to center. There goes Dykstra, and he has it for the out. 2 away. Cepeda now. Golfed over to center. That'll be in there for a base hit. Dykstra cuts it off, but Cepeda's already in there. There's the 8th hit for the Giants, and the Mets have 2. Haller now again takes the ball low, and another one low, 2-0. Popped up, and that's going to be out of play, 2-1. Popped up again, and that's to the left field, and there's no chance for Heap to get to that. His throw to third base almost gets the runner, but just a little bit too late. So there's runners on the corners now, and here comes Jose Pagan. There's a strike in there, the splitter, and there's a ball, 1-1. There's a strike a little bit high, 1-2. That's through the hole on the right side for a base hit. That makes this a 6-1 ball game. Throw by Strawberry all the way over to third base, not in time. And the Mets are falling apart. Here comes Chuck Hiller again. There's a ball high to Hiller. Aguilera now with a 5.03 ERA. 1-4 is his record. Has pitched poorly. OOTP, I guess, doesn't like him. Fouled away. It's 1-2 now in Hiller. That's hit through the hole for another base hit. 7-1 the score. And it's the same play that we saw last time. Strawberry's throw goes to third instead of hitting the cutoff man. And here comes the pitcher. Fouls one away. Marichal hitting 302. Takes the ball high. And that's low. 2-1 pitch. There is a strike, 2-2. Grounded foul. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. And so we go now to the top of the 6th inning. It's a 7-1 lead for the Giants. Here comes Keith Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Fouled away. Now 0-2 on Keith. That's low. And swing and a miss. Now he goes. 4th strikeout for Marichal. 1 away. Here comes Darryl Strawberry again. That's outside. Strawberry's 0 for 2. And hasn't looked particularly good at the plate here today. That's fouled away. That looked good. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. That did not look good. That changeup he was way out in front of. And swing and a miss. Wasn't even close to that slider. 5 strikeouts now. And here comes Danny Heap. And that's fouled away. 0-1. So OOTP doesn't particularly care much for the Mets reserves. 0-2 is the count. And that's just inside. 1-2. Heap, I know, is hitting 274. 2-2 as that was low. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Marichal strikes out the side. And so we go now to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's a 7-1 lead for the Giants. Here comes Alou. Aguilera is still out there, throws him a ball low. Rick has not been effective in almost any of his appearances. He did have a start, he was okay then. 2-0 pitch is grounded to third. Hojo fields that, throws to first, 1 away. Here comes Davenport. Takes the ball low. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 there on Jim. Hitting second. 296 is his average, 31 driven in, but there's nobody to drive in. 1-2 is the count. I think I saw 5 home runs. And that's hit over to left center, and that got the wind as well. That goes all the way over to the wall. Dykstra picks it up, throws to third base, and they've got him. So it was a double for Davenport, and he's thrown out trying to stretch that into a triple. There's 2 away. And here comes Willie Mays, the king of stretching the base hits, and he takes the ball low, fastball. It's golfed over to right field. That'll be out of play, 1-1. Golfed over to center. Dykstra has that one for the out. And that does it. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and this one's pretty much out of reach. Here comes Hojo. That's a strike of the knees, and if they're going to give him that kind of call, we don't stand much of a chance. It's 0-2. And that was high, I suppose. 1-2. And that's in there for strike 3. 7 strikeouts now for Marichal. He's struck out 4 in a row. Kevin Mitchell now. I always get that confused. 0-1 as he swings and misses. There's the ball inside. 1-1. And that's low. 2-1 the count. Grounded foul is 2-2. And that's a ground ball over to the third baseman. Davenport throws to first. 2 away, and here comes Ed Hearn. Pops this one up to center, and that'll be easily playable for Willie. And so we go now to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Mets have had no offense. Here comes Willie McCovey. If you've been watching these games, though, you recognize this. This happened to us multiple times. 0-1 on Willie. Swing and a miss. And that's low. Ground ball to short, and Mitchell fields it and can't get it out of his glove. Had no play at first is what they're telling me. So he eats it, and that'll bring up Cepeda. We'll go to double play depth. Fisted over to right, and that's caught by Strawberry. 1 away. Here comes Tom Haller. We go back to double play depth. Swing and a miss. That was a big curve. Swinging and missing that fastball. And he's caught looking at that slider. How do you watch a pitch like that with 2 strikes? Here comes Pagan. There's a strike. Where was this, Rick? There's a ball low. Could have used this 2 innings ago. Ground ball over to short. Mitchell flips that one over to Backman covering at the bag. And so we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. This is about the time where we normally would bring in these substitutes. Down 7-1, but we're not going to do that today because they're already out there. It'll be Tim Tuffle coming in to pinch hit because it's him and then Santana, and everybody else is too tired. Tuffle pops it up. We got to watch out. We got a doubleheader against these guys tomorrow. It's Hillary, the second baseman, making the catch for the out. 1 away. Here comes Lenny. Takes the ball low. And then that is dribbled. I've never seen one like that. You ever see a single like that? Wow. So we're going to take another look at that one. And how about that? So it shows me 2 different things. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That was kind of bizarre. More fun with the OOTP game engine. Runner on at first base, 1 out. Here comes Backman. That's low, 1-0. There he goes. 3rd steal for Dykstra, 61 this season. And that's inside, way inside, pass ball. Haller couldn't get that one, so it's a 3-0 count now on Backman. He'll take this pitch. This should be ball 4, I figure. And it is. So runners on at 1st and 3rd now, and here comes Hernandez. Hit over to left, but foul. And Backman was going on that one. 0-1. As popped up, Backman has to get back. He does on in time, and Cepeda catches that for the out. And I'll tell you, Keith is 0 for 4, and he's had plenty of chances. There's Strawberry's 0 for 3. I whine a lot about the guys at the bottom of the order, but it's been Hernandez and Strawberry who haven't been hitting. Heap hasn't hit much either. There you go. 2-1 the count on Straw. Deep to left. Well, how'd that one get out of here? Home run for Darryl Strawberry makes this a 7-4 ball game. That one just barely got out of here. I'm surprised at that. So Strawberry with the big home run makes this a competitive game again. We'll take a look at this replay. And just barely. I mean, you talk about playing pocket pool, man. Gets that one into the side, and here comes Danny Heap. Now, what an angle on that one. 1-0 the count now in Heap. That's low, 2-0. 3-0 the count. There's a strike, 3-1. Marichal with 129 pitches. He can't last much longer. And they call that a strike very low. So full count now on Heap. And that's strike 3 call. Don't know about that call. Interesting call. We've got a decision to make here. And it's going to be Neiman who will come into this game. He's actually pitched okay. The first time I think out it wasn't so good, but he's been doing a little bit better since. And yeah, that last pitch was very, very low. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's a 7-3 lead now for the Giants. Here is Chuck Hiller. And he takes a strike, slider, good pitch. Ground ball to second. And that's Backman fielding it, throwing to first, 1 away. And here comes Marichal's going to hit for himself. One thing I will say about OOTP is that despite all my making fun of the graphics engine, it is improved. There's a ground ball to Johnson, a 3rd, who throws to first, 2 away. And if you think this looks good, this is OOTP 24. The new version, 25, is even better. I have that, and I've been messing around with it. Here's Alou who takes the ball low. And that's hit over to right field, just foul, 1-1. So they are making some improvements, but there still is a lot to be desired. That's popped up to right. That's going to be a base hit. Strawberry couldn't get there in time, and so Alou gets the base hit off of Neiman. That'll bring up Jim Davenport. 14 hits now for the Giants, and we're still in this game. There's a strike. We've only had 4. 1-1. 2-1 now as that missed outside. And it's a ground ball over to 3rd. Good play by Johnson, throwing over to second base for the out. And that takes us now to the top of the 9th inning. It will be Johnson, Mitchell, and then Hearn. That's way outside. 1-0 on Hojo. And a breaking ball for a strike. We're hoping to get to that pitcher's spot, and then we'll have a pinch hitter. Well, the way, it's 2-2 now on Hojo. Popped up, and that's going to hold up. Mays catches that one away. Here comes Mitchell again. Hitting 193, and he hits this one over to right, and that's going to hold up easily. Alou's got that 2 away, and that'll bring up Hearn. And we'll let Ed hit for himself. We will give Gary the day off. Slider misses. Hit over to right, and it's an easy play there for Alou. So there's your ball game. Mets do come back somewhat valiantly. Darryl Strawberry hit that home run to left that just barely got out of here, and that surprised me. I thought for sure that was going to be caught, and it got just enough of the wind, but it wasn't enough. 7-4, we lose this one, and I hate to say it, but it feels like the wheels on the bus are starting to come off. We'll see how we do against the Giants in the doubleheader that will be tomorrow, the day after, and that's the July 4th doubleheader. Until then, I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.